Let's see if I can get anybody to join YouTube. Let's see. See? Oh, I guess I should have stayed parked because I don't know what the rules are for I don't know what the rules are for Facebook. I mean YouTube. I don't know how comments work. Hey D Boo, look at me live on YouTube. Hey D, I've been trying to go live all morning because I wanted to talk about what happened last night. Let's see if I can get a few people to come in here. I need to start utilizing all my platforms and doing better. If you could do me a favor, please share this out. Share it out. I did post it on my timeline, so hopefully more people will see it, and we're going to see. We're going to see what we can do. Now let's get into it. Last night was... Well, for those who follow the Maybay drama, like, we knew something was finna go down. This is my first time going live, so I'm happy that you got notified. Yesterday was a lot. I put up a few questions on my Facebook page to get feedback from people. Hey, LaTroya. Hey, girl. Hey. Look at me on YouTube. If I can get at least 10 people in here, we're going to talk about it. If I can get at least 10 people in here. There's 6 people in here now. I'm not expecting to get an abundance of people here since this is my first time here, but we're going to see what we can do. I've been wanting to talk about last night since last night. However, I was too tired. Oh, what is this? A competition? Oh, that's decent. Y'all share this out for me. I don't even know what that looks like. What does it even look like sharing out a YouTube live? Like, is it the same like Facebook? Okay, be back. I will share. Thank you, D. But last night was last night was spicy. It was really spicy last night, and some of the posts I put up, some of them comments is commenting, and the people are peopling, and it's just, you know, I'm wondering. I had put up a post, a little gif, however you say it, with somebody peeking like around the door, because the tension in that house this morning had to be thick. It had to be thick. What I would give to be a fly on the wall, like with some popcorn and some drink, little soda pop or something, my little diet root beer or whatever, to see what's going on. But there's 7 people in there. Don't be sitting in the background. Say hey to your girl. But for those who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Summer. So welcome to Summer's Room. Please follow me on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. What I do, I guess I should do like a little intro video. I'll do that. For those who are here, what I do is I follow the Meta-T, which is the T on Facebook, and I want to start getting to the T on YouTube too, and TikTok, other platforms. And we recap those things in the evening. Like after the day is done, we normally go live and we recap the things that we saw. We kind of talk about the things, give our perspective, our opinions and stuff like that. But we don't turn it into facts. A fact is a fact, an opinion is opinion. And I need people to understand, just because you have an opinion or feeling does not make it a fact. And then we agree to disagree because everybody don't agree on everything, right? And then we move along. You out here Instacarting? Do your big one, girl. Okay, we got 10 people in here. Let's get into it. Last night was insane, okay? So we had, let me pull into this, see if I can get into the shade. Now, my connection might get funky because I pulled up to my house. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. And it's probably going to try to connect to my Wi-Fi. So for those who have been keeping up with the drama, the Mayday drama on Facebook, yesterday in itself was a whirlwind. I was a little bit lost at first trying to figure out. I still don't quite understand how we got to where we got to on Facebook, right? Because the first thing I saw was, first it was a back and forth with Tati, Sunshine, and Mookie. It was a thing, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden I saw statuses being posted by, May put up one status, and then Whitney put up a couple of statuses where they were directing their anger at Brandy. So Brandy allegedly said something, but I have not seen what Brandy has said. If anybody in the comments know what Brandy did or said that caused the response that May and Whitney gave, please let me know, because I'm still trying to figure that out. So they wrote a couple of statuses on Facebook or whatever. Litwick came right at Brandy neck. And then they end up going live. And I kept seeing the people like in comments on Tati live saying like, Tati, you wrong, Brandy, you wrong, and things like that. But where did it start? But anyway, after watching it, like, it came out that it's been a few issues that have been going on, like they've been going on this entire time. And apparently May and them had agreed together, I guess, to kind of keep it off Facebook. But I guess it's coming to light now. Like last night we learned that May allegedly had some type of guardianship over Princess, that if she hadn't stepped in, Princess would have been taken away. I know all of y'all who follow the Mayday drama, y'all remember when Tati and all of them went through the whole CPS thing when they was coming out and they had to go and get drug tested. And I feel like some parenting classes or something's in there. Can y'all hear me? I need a nappy pub. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I want to make sure, because I know my connection could be a little kooky that I pulled up to the house. So y'all let me know. You know, don't let me be talking to myself and y'all can't hear me. So that came out about May having some type of guardianship for Princess. And people were saying like that's why I think it was weird that Princess would have her own room at, you can hear, okay, that Princess would have her own room at her grandma's house. Like, that's the thing. And because of how affectionate she was towards baby Princess. But that would make sense. Like, you got a whole room set up. It's in the upstairs part of the house though. That kinda, I was like, why is it upstairs in the house? May and them sleep downstairs. Are they going to be comfortable with leaving the baby upstairs? I guess. Okay, so I'm still confused on that, Latroy. I'm still I need to see some type of video or something, but I think Brandy allegedly said something somewhere. I don't know if it's in a video somewhere buried, you know, that I missed, but Brandy's supposed to have said some stuff. And I guess Tatiana had been bucking up Whitney, and Whitney had been holding her composure out of respect for May. But it sounds like Whitney trying to tussle. And then Whitney goes live. Whitney goes live. She got that cup in her hand. She got her some Tito's. And she was spilling the beans about them disrespecting her, like, pretty much. Always coming to run to her when they in need, when not in need, turning their back on her. She talked about how excuse me, she talked about how he was running back and forth, like, between May and between May said you caught that too, D? That she fell down the steps? Oh, my Lancer. Wait, wait, D. Who fell down the steps? Let me make sure we're on the same page. Because I heard something about May falling down the steps. Are you talking about May falling down the steps? Trying to stop them from doing what they was doing? Is that where the bruises come from? Remember people were trying to say she was bruised up and all that stuff, and she was saying she got burnt by the court. I know she got burnt by the court liar. She did that on live. But people was trying to point out, you're breaking up the fight, May. Okay, I was trying to make sure you wasn't talking about somebody else. So it's been a lot going on, it sounds like, within a family, period, that have not been coming to fruition, like to Facebook. What said it was at the divorce party when Brandy called her a B, then grabbed the baby and ran. Why you grabbing the baby and running? Why you putting your child in that type of situation? Because what if Whitney wouldn't have stopped? And I understand where May was coming from when she said, I'm not going to let Whitney just fight my daughter. I'm not going to let Whitney fight my daughter. Whitney was like, well, Brandy ain't your daughter. She not her daughter by blood, but she looks at her like a daughter. And she like, she a stud, so they could get it. They couldn't talk about it because of CPS. But is CPS out of the situation? Like, or is it very much still a thing? Because the divorce party just happened. So, like, did they spill the beans and now did they put baby princess in jeopardy now? Oh my gosh. Could that have put baby princess in jeopardy? Like, if the CPS case is still open? Oh my gosh. This is horrible. Not the baby. Oh, I didn't even think about how it was going to affect the baby. They talked about, I'm jumping around now because I'm reading comments. Then they talked about how, well, Brandy and Tati are talking about they're going to move to California. They're going to move to California now. I don't understand how they're going to cut it in California if they can't cut it in Texas. Not unless they're about to go live with somebody. And if they are about to go live with somebody, why not go live with May? Like, is it that bad? You would legit have your own place. She was giving y'all your own apartment, essentially, just on her grounds. So, like, would it be that bad? Maybe case is open for 9 months. Yeah, because they did say 9 months. This is a bad thing. Oh my gosh. Somebody said they said 9 months because they just signed a new lease, and their leases out there is for 9 months, not for a year. To me, that sounds like the best option. You get to save money to a certain extent, I guess. Depend, like, will she get to save money? Probably. He kept putting emphasis on 9 months, just speculating, but it could be that the case will close in 9 months. Brandy is messy. What up, Diddy Bop? Could close in 9 months. Like, and if they had a time, but like, how does that work? CPS give you a timeline of like when? Let me turn my Wi-Fi off. She said something. Tati said something about May said something about Tati not wanting to move in because she didn't want to help her mom out. I can't see May asking for more money than what they are, like, for more money than what they were already putting out. I can't see that from May. I know, like, I mean, because she can't make them put out more than what they can. They already was falling short on their rent. I mean, but I guess she could have gave them some astronomical number, but that wouldn't make any sense because that wouldn't be an incentive for me to move into your house at that point. What would be the point of me moving into your house if you was asking me for some astronomical amount of money that I already can't afford to put out? Like, she would have to make it make sense for them to move in. You know what I'm saying? And if they're going to go to Cali, I'm sure Cali's rent and stuff is way more expensive than Texas. Texas is a place where a lot of people flock to go move because of the cheaper housing. So I can't imagine that Cali would be cheaper. And I know they got like Brandy support system out there. So they're going to go live with like family. Are they gonna go live with family at that point? Like, I'm just trying to understand it all. Like, you know, I'm trying to make it make sense. Because right now it ain't making sense. But then let's talk about Whitney going live. Now, y'all know when she get that little bit of drink up in her, she do the most, right? And I was just sitting back. I was reading some of the comments. Ooh, Whitney was like, Whitney threatened me yesterday. Whitney threatened to block me. Whitney threatened to block me yesterday. I ain't even do nothing. I don't know why I'm always getting, are they always coming at me? I guess because I be trying to speak with some common sense. If I'm not feeding the narrative that people are trying to put out, it's problematic. It's problematic, and that's corny to me. But I understood she was drinking or whatever. But what I said yesterday was Whitney was talking about her being silenced and her not being able to do what she want to do on the Facebook and da-da-da-da-da. And all I said is that you have to understand that Facebook is like a job for May. And what you do affects her job. It would be like May coming up to Amazon and doing something that would that was a conflict of interest for your job, you know, putting your job in jeopardy. And she ripped me a new one. People were like, she could talk, she grown. I never said that Whitney couldn't talk. That's not what I said. I just was trying to give her perspective on why May tries to prevent her from doing certain things. And I'm like, I think people forget, like, you know, May has said all of her pages were demonetized and she's trying to figure out how to make money. And everyone else that was underneath her, because even with Whitney going on her own page, I'm sure she created the page under the very same account that Us Versus Everybody is created on and all that stuff. So no matter if you created a new page and you being messy on that page, we clearly see that the actions from one page can affect all of the pages. We just watched everybody who was underneath, you know, Maybay's thing get demonetized. That's why Tatiana was in a position that they are in and tried to build off of Brandy's page. And I know people don't like May for whatever reason. They got this vendetta against her, but like, facts are facts. I don't like, you could dislike somebody, but I don't like when people try to change facts. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is May's show. This is her show. Like, you a part of it because y'all together, but social media not your thing. So it's like, you gotta abide by the rules set by the person whose job it is. It goes by their terms. So while you want to speak the full truth, that's not always in the best interest of May and her family. And also, if you give it all away at one time, you can't come back and give away more. I feel like maybe giving out little pieces, like, so she could drag it out, so she can continue to make content, continue to get paid off of it. Hey, Tanisha, how you doing, love? How you feeling? So, and people hate when I talk like that, but the thing is, it don't have nothing to do with it being May, right? Because I don't dislike May. I dislike some of the things that she's done in her past. Is that a dragonfly? But this is how I would talk about anybody. I have people in my life that I legit can't stand. Like, I know personally that if I seen them, they could catch a fade. Ooh, y'all heard when Whitney threatened? Whitney threatened May to catch a fade. It's people in real life that could catch a fade. But I'm never going to make something wrong right, and I'm never going to make something right wrong. Like, regardless of how I feel about them. Like, if they did something, if somebody is saying something that's incorrect about that individual, and I know me as a person, I'm going to speak up about it. I'm going to say, no, that's not the case. That's not that. I'm not about to make something fit into a narrative just to make it make sense. Or, you know, give me a reason to be okay with something maybe I'm trying to do that's messy. You know what I'm saying? But that's who I am as a person. Like, you know, and I guess people don't like that. And if any way I see something, if I end up being wrong, when the true facts come out, like when the facts come out, then I'll be like, dang, I got that right. My perception, my perspective, my opinion on it was wrong, because these are the facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I guess everybody don't like that. This dragonfly better go. But let's talk about Whitney. May come up, take the Tito's and throw it out, and Whitney threatens her to catch a fade over a bottle of Tito's. And once Whitney was giving us the tea, she was giving us the tea when she had her Tito's and was drinking. But the moment May took that bottle, she kind of turned into a different person. She became emotional. She started, I feel like she started crying and stuff. I'm like, dang, because she took your liquor. I don't know what addiction is like, right? But for me, that kind of gave me a glimpse of when people speak about her being addicted to, like having an addiction, you know, being an alcoholic. And I was like, dang, she took that Tito's and she wanted to have a tantrum. She wanted to throw a hissy fit because her liquor got taken away. It was like watching a baby's baba get taken away and I'm like throwing a tantrum. $40. She said, I paid $40. We said, how much is that, $40? She said she paid $40 for that Tito's to be delivered. And people was like, you grown. Why she take the keys? You pay a car note. You pay a car note. Why she take the keys? You grown. The lady is clearly under the influence. It's clearly under the influence. She had been drinking. And y'all wanted May to allow her to drive her vehicle, whether it was the SUV or the Malibu, the sedan, to the store under the influence. Like, that's the type of stuff that y'all promoting. Y'all promoting drinking and driving. Y'all promoting Whitney putting her life in danger. Y'all are upset that May denied taking her to the store to get more alcohol, because we all know that May wants her to slow down on drinking. Like, how is that a bad thing? When she took the keys, I would have none of that. What, did he? The sneaking to get the Tito's high and aggression when it's taken from you. Exactly. I need that work, not for the store. Like, that was May protecting her, keeping her from getting into an accident. That was May trying to keep her from going overboard with drinking. I think people forget that it came out, and it came out a while ago, I think when it was back in Michigan, that Whitney has had a test about her liver. Whether it is super clear about what it is, and it's been going on for quite a while, because it even came up in a dialogue with the other girl. What was her name? What was the girl that just did the live, that ratchet live with the other one? Something is up with Whitney's liver, because she's been drinking for so long and she's been drinking so much. Like, wouldn't a person who care about you want to try to limit your drinking if they can't get you to stop drinking at all? Because I remember as a child, right, having a family member that drunk, and I remember like trying to hide the stuff from them. Tammy, yeah, trying to hide the stuff from them. Like, after I felt like they had enough, trying to get rid of it so they couldn't drink no more and things like that. I mean, but in all actuality, like, if they want it, they're going to get it, but it doesn't mean you have to give it. I was scared for her last night when she said she was going to catch a fade, Shamika. I've been scared for her. It was another situation where I was nervous for May. Like, Whitney going to put hands on her. Yes, we are literally watching that, LaTroya. I feel like when that camera, people have speculated that when the camera is off, that Whitney is putting her hands on May, right? People have speculated that, and I'm like, I just can't. Me personally, I don't like to kind of insinuate or add things that I don't know for a fact. But after last night and hearing her say what she said, it's like, hey, Shamika. You see May, yeah, May locked that bedroom tour. That's not funny, but it's funny. Like, last night made me wonder, like, can Whitney get physical? Has she been getting physical with May? Like, is it a thing? Because so many people have said it. And did y'all hear her say, don't break my door, don't break my door again. Don't break my door again. So Whitney's anger has gotten out of control to the point where you're breaking doors. That's scary. I personally, my personal opinion, I can't understand. Because for me, they still young in this relationship. I don't care. May talk about she love her. And I'm not going to say that she doesn't. I don't think it's a timeline on when you start to care about somebody. I don't think like you have to be with somebody for a certain amount of time for you to feel like you love them. But in the same breath, they haven't had a long, drawn-out situation. Their relationship is still very much new. And so at this point, after last night, with her threatening her to fight her and all that other stuff, I just can't understand why that will be someone she would want to stay with. And I can't understand, well, with Whitney, like, if having an addiction, being drinking, She's not thinking clearly either. But it's like, if somebody's going to take you to the point where you want to fight, why stay? But we have seen these things play out in her other relationships online. With Tammy, it was aggression, it was fighting, you know, it was the same Whitney that we're seeing with May. We seen on a video that Tammy shared. So this is who she is. And I realized too, like, not just realizing, but May has dealt with many people that have addictions, and I feel like she want to be their hero, like she want to save them. You can't save them, boo. You can't save those people. They gotta want to do it for themselves. Marlo, you think May abuses Whitney? The way she was talking about Tati was a lot. She wants Brandy to fight for Tati, disrespecting her. Right. May wants to be loved and not left alone so bad that she's tolerating. That's sad. I don't ever want to need affection or love or someone around me like that. She admitted that she doesn't know what love is. May wants to be married. She effed up when she divorced Ivan. See, May needs to save herself. What is May? What if May has a secret addiction? What if people have Tammy interviewer said Whitney is crazy and witnessed something. Right, they were